Hi everyone, John Wild with the Eco Guys here with some eco tips. I know it's been a while, but we're getting into the holidays, and tonight, to late tonight, the construction of the holiday scene behind us, you already see some of it going on. The tree will be over here, will be done. So the next video, most likely you'll probably see the holiday setup behind me. Yay, Christmas. I love this time of year. But this time of the year is really hard for the environment because we put more waste into the waste stream this time of the year than any other time of the year. We're talking presents and gift wrap, and the more stuff that you buy at the store generates plastic waste and generates paper waste and all this. But there is a way to combat all that. It's called recycling. That's right. Recycling. It's so simple. Retailers need to be doing it, and you need to be doing it. And it is so easy. I don't care where you are. I don't care if they don't offer curbside recycling where you're at, or if you don't think recycling where you're at is easy. You know what? If you have a question anywhere in the world, contact the Eco Guys. The Eco Guys at yahoo.com is our email address. We'll do everything we can to help you find in your area a place to recycle anything that you have. We also have a mail-in thing where people mail us stuff. We've been getting lately, since people are busting out the Christmas stuff, we've been getting broken Christmas ornaments, broken toys, light strings that don't work anymore, everything being mailed to us from all over the country and sometimes all over the world for us to recycle because they can't find an area or a thing to recycle it in their area. And we have all of that on our website, which is theecoguys.info. Well, there you go. Theecoguys.info is the website. All this is down in the description of this. So I'm going to talk really quick about a few things that pop up during the holidays, and we're going to have many more videos like this to kind of let you know, yeah, that's recyclable. Hold on, though. Of course, I'm sitting here with a little bit of holiday cheer, and of course, sorry. But you know the quickest way, though, past all that pie? Yeah, it's just a, I can't believe I just did that. Oh, and by the way, cans like this, aerosol cans and cans under pressure. A lot of people say, oh, you can't recycle that because the can is under pressure. Yes, you can. Recycle it anywhere there's steel is recycled. If you can't find anywhere that steel is recycled, once you use all the product, mail it to us. We'll recycle it. But anyway, we're going to go into some other things. Just a few things I have. Now, I do get questions a lot. More and more now we're using personal wet wipes, okay, to wipe ourselves with and to clean ourselves and to stay, it's a COVID thing and all this. And you come across the bags once you use all the wet wipes. What do we do with the bags? Now, using wet wipes, try to use wet wipes that say recycled paper on them, but unfortunately, these are one of those things that just, you can't flush them. You have to throw them away. But what do you do with the plastic bag when you're done with them? A lot of people still ask me this, and I say, plastic bags, the containers for your personal wipes, your wet wipes, your what do you call these things? Personal cleaning wipes, wet wipes, sanitary wipes, whatever you want to call them. Anyway, these can go back as plastic bags back to your grocery store to be recycled. That's right, back to the grocery store where you would take your plastic bags that you don't really have, and your bread bags and all other plastic bags that you gather up can go back to any store that recycles plastic bags and can be recycled. So do that. But then some people say, okay, but what about that part? There's a plastic thing attached to it here, a hard plastic. What do I do with that? I can't go back to the store with the pay. You're right, it can't. So you're going to have to do a little surgery on this, and it's just really simple. You just grab a hold of it and very little effort, it actually comes right off, usually. Sometimes you have to cut these things off. Usually it comes right off. And usually these are a PVC plastic or a low density polyethylene plastic. These can go into your mixed recycle bins at your curb or wherever if you have a local collection or whatever the case is, these can go back and be recycled that way. And then these bags, of course, are put into your other plastic bags you have, like your bread bags and your food bags and your frozen food bags, and take that back to the store to be recycled. Okay, so that answers that question. Next question I get is, or I see this a lot too, you're going to be getting a lot of gifts that are in these little kind of containers. These very hard to open, impossible to open, plastic containers. What to do with these little bubba jobbies, okay? First, this is a very well-known plastic, and it is very easily recyclable. So once you open it up, you take out any of paper, cardboard, things that are inside it, little whatever. You take those out. We'll talk about that in a minute. Any kind of twist ties or twisty ties or anything like that, and then you have your this. This can actually go in your curbside recycling or your mixed recyclables, wherever you drop them off at, to be recycled. Any product that is in these shrunken, heat or sound shrunken plastic containers, all the toys, all the electronics you're going to be getting, all of that, it is necessary, absolutely necessary, that you recycle these things, please. There's so much of these plastics that you think just because you put them in the trash they're going to wind up in the landfill. A lot of times they don't. They wind up in lakes, rivers, and streams. They wind up on the side of the road. And still, why are we putting more bad chemicals in the air to make brand new plastics when we can recycle the old ones back into something else? And you do reduce the amount of, not going to use chemical names right now, but just say bad stuff into the air when you recycle, rather than make this plastic out of virgin material. And I'm not talking about material that had a date for a while. I'm talking about making it from the chemical process that makes this plastic. Less energy to recycle it, less bad stuff in the air. So why not? And you know what? I did this real experiment. I had NASA scientists and everything help me. We've discovered that it takes just about as much energy to put this in a recycle bin as in the trash can when you just drop it in there. It's that simple. Okay. And then, so what do we do with these things? They're not quite cardboard. They're white. They're shiny. They got the white back to them. They're colorful. They're shiny. They're like cards. Is this recyclable?
Oh, yeah!
Yes, you got it right. It is recyclable. Absolutely, 100%. You could put this in any mixed paper recycling, your newspaper, magazine recycling, doesn't matter. Business cards, any paper at all these days can go in your mixed recycling. If you don't have, again, mixed recycling, any dumpster that says cardboard only on it, any dumpster, even though it says cardboard only, you can still put in paper, these things, all that can go in those dumpsters. So it's easy to find. So recycle the inserts. And I don't have a sample on me, which is strange because I normally do. Let me make a better look. I don't. But let me show you a hack here. Hold on. Now, you're going to be doing a lot of cooking for this holiday season. Make sure, and some people say, I don't recycle my cans because there's still food product in them or something like that. There's two easy ways to do this. One, just simply rinse it out of the sink. It only takes 1 or 2 rinses to rinse a can like this out in the sink, okay? Or a lot of people have rain buckets outside. They collect the rain and they pour that in the gardens. Actually, you could take this can of cream of mushroom soup. Guess what I made with this? And you could take it to your rain bucket, put it inside your rain bucket, swash it back and forth, rinse it out in your rain bucket. What's ends up happening is, first, you clean your can out so you can put it in your recycle bin and recycle it easily. Secondly, the food product that goes in your rain bucket will fertilize your plants when you water them. Okay, so what I normally do with twist ties, little screws, I got one of those, a little example. Here's a little screw. Yeah, And all this is I always have a cleaned out metal can. Sometimes I'll even take a, of course this won't be easy here on live TV. Nothing ever is. When I'm doing this by myself, oh, they just pop right off. But when I'm doing this on a video, it's going to give me a hard time. I will remove the label. Oh, and by the way, yes, these labels can go in your paper recycling. And then I got a fancy schmancy can. It's got little lines on it right there. It's kind of nice, kind of neat, kind of retro, kind of like, you know, futuristic looking. I just set this anywhere, in the kitchen, on the table, wherever, and all my little twist ties I don't need, all my little screws go in there, and when this can is about halfway full, I just crimp it down, use a tool, use my hand, step on it, whatever. It holds all the little pieces of metal in there, and I throw it in the recycle bin or take it to the scrap yard, because I go to the scrap yard with my metal. And you're recycling all your little pieces get recycled, and you're saving the earth, and you're not throwing anything away. So there's a little hack, good idea. Before I go to the final little hack, good idea, I want to pause for a second. One of the biggest problems in America, and I've already covered this, or in the world actually, is junk mail. And you get a lot of junk mail, and you get a lot of envelopes with the little window in it, the little plastic window. And it makes it really hard for people who want to recycle all of that. You can recycle everything inside it, put it in your paper recycling, but when you come to that little window with the plastic window in it, the envelope with the little plastic window in it, you literally have to open up the envelope. I've done another video on this. Open up the envelope, cut out the little piece of plastic, recycle the paper, and you can actually take that little window back to the store with your other plastic bags if you want to, or discard it. But this was a brilliant thing I got in the mail the other day. I really don't want to show the address, but it is an envelope with a window in it with no plastic. So I would encourage anybody who gets bills or whatever, start encouraging your company to use more envelopes without the plastic window. All right, I want to show you that, but I can't show you the address, but it's got no plastic in the window. So when I go through this envelope right here could be recycled without cutting it into it. I just found this really cool. I want to give a shout out to Cigna. It's an advertisement, but I want to give a shout out to them because their advertisement, they're not using plastic in their windows. That makes this a really green delivery. It really does. So there you go. I just wanted to shout that out real quick. I think it was wonderful. Now here's a biggie. Lots of people are going to be buying Christmas lights in these little boxes. Here's blue mini lights. These are going to go on the tree. So what do we do about these? Well, first, if you have old Christmas lights that don't work anymore, don't throw them away. I don't know how many times I'm going down the road and I see Christmas lights hanging out of people's trash. I open up the trash can and there's just hundreds and hundreds of strings of lights in their trash can. These lights are recyclable. The plugs got brass in it, but the lights itself all have copper throughout the wire. This is copper. We're in a copper shortage right now. There are copper mines shutting down because there's no more copper in these mountains. We need to recycle as much copper as we can recycle, and even in thin little Christmas lights. Let me get this out of the, wow, it's really hard to get out. Well, they really shove these in there. I mean, I'm having a hard time getting this out. Holy geesh. Even in these little lights, there's copper in them. And there's a lot of copper in that. So if you have old lights that don't work anymore and there's no place around you that will recycle these, you can always send them to us to be recycled. And we recycle everything. We even recycle the lights, which a lot of companies don't do. How do we recycle the lights? Actually, all the lights are put into this big thing and they're mashed into almost like a powder, and they're used for decorative like planters and things like that. So it gets recycled, not thrown away. So Christmas lights, Christmas ornaments, broken Christmas ornaments, plastic, glass, it doesn't matter. All that's recyclable with the Eco Guys. So make sure that you send this to us. So I open this up. It has a little plastic bag in there with a couple of light bulbs. I guess they're backup lights in case these go out, and you got the little white ones that make the light thing blink if you want to. Those little baggies that fell on the floor, and I'm not going to reach down here and grab it, but you know what I'm talking about. the spare lights that come with these things, the little baggies, of course, any little plastic bag, I don't care how big or small. Make sure you keep all your plastic bags, your bread bags, your food bags, your grocery bags if you actually go that route, and make sure they all get back to the store and recycled. It's a lot better than throwing them out. So the box, of course, that they come in, doesn't have to be said, 100% recyclable. Make sure that gets in the cardboard. A lot of times if you got clean brown cardboard like this, there's a lot of grocery stores and other stores, if you take just a simple, like say you collect a bunch of cardboard in a nice simple good size box, you take that back to the store and ask them to put this in their cardboard crusher. They'll do it because they get money for that, and it's just a customer service issue. It's a good idea. If you don't have curbside recycling, but there are many places in every single town and every single place to find a place to put these cardboard boxes. And another thing too, if you get gifts this year of high-end electronics like televisions, computers, and all that, don't set those boxes out at your curb. Even if you're setting them out at your curb for recycling, try to find an exterior place to recycle them, the store you bought it from, whatever the case is, because if you put it out by your curb, you're advertising to every criminal like, I got a brand new TV or I got a brand new computer. We're going to be doing videos on that too. And of course, every light thing comes with a piece of paper, instructions in it. Hey guys, this is what instructions look like. Make sure that it gets recycled with your paper, recycling, cardboard recycling, whatever. It can go into any of that. Here at the Eco Guys, we save all the what we call white paper or white ledger. It's got very little color on it. It's not like magazine shiny material and all that. And we recycle those differently because we get paid for that. So white paper is a payable thing. And then of course, like I said, the box itself, make sure that gets recycled. A couple of really cool starting off the holiday tips. If you have a question about anything, and let me get back to this while we're talking here. If you have a question about anything that's you want to know how easy it is to recycle or where you can recycle it, you can always get a hold of us. You can leave a comment with this video or email us at theecoguys@yahoo.com. We have an Instagram. Hold on. This is going to be great. I love the holidays. I've lost so much weight, as a lot of people can tell from my videos in the past till now. I still got more weight to go, but it's going to be hard this time of the year to do that, but I'll try. Anyway, so any questions, curious about anything, let us know. You can always mail us stuff. We've gotten a lot of videotapes in the mail lately. Vape cartridges, the reusable vape cartridges or non-reusable disposable vape cartridges. People are sending those to us to recycle. Audio tapes, DVDs, CDs, a lot of electronics. Anything that you don't know, a lot of cell phones, they are sent to us. Anything that you don't know where to recycle it or have a facility to recycle it, let us know and we will recycle it. Okay, so I'm looking forward to all your questions. We're going to have many more videos coming up about Christmas time and all of this. Oh, and another thing someone asked me, if you have an artificial Christmas tree, it's no good anymore, should you throw it out? What do you do with something like that? No. An artificial Christmas tree is 95% steel. The base is steel, and all those things that come out, that the little plastic pine needles are attached to, they're all steel too. The only thing that's not is the pine needles themselves. So yeah, it is recyclable. You can take that to any scrap yard, any metal scrap yard, call any scrapper in your area, find a place that takes metal, and yes, these Christmas trees are recyclable. They're 90% steel. Why wouldn't they be? So absolutely. That was just a quick question that I was asked, and I wanted to throw that in. Again, any more questions you have, I'm here to answer them. Be watching for more videos, so make sure you get everyone that you know to follow, to subscribe and follow this channel. If you're watching me on like Instagram, we got the YouTube, so you can like that. If you're watching me on Facebook, make sure you get over to the YouTube too, because this is where we're going to be releasing the video first, and then the other socials as well. We also have a Twitter. All those links are going to be below. So anyway, we're getting into the Christmas spirit. And we're going to stay green throughout this Christmas spirit as time as much as possible, okay? Again, John Wild coming at you for the eco guys. Get green, get wild, stay safe, and I'll see you soon.